Fox News is now streaming live on Fox One. When news breaks, we don't just report it. We go beyond the headlines to get the full story. Get live coverage, in-depth analysis, and perspectives from the voices you trust, all in one place. Whether you're at home or on the go, stay connected to the stories shaping our world. Stream Fox News on Fox One. Download today.
Ready for your headliner, everybody! You're ready for your headliner! This guy, he's awesome. He produces and creator of the show Comics Watching Comics on Amazon Prime. Give it up for your headliner, Kevin Gootee! Give it for Jonesy, guys, huh? Doesn't he look like if Biff Tannen from Back to the Future had 4 DWIs? I'm just putting the second coat on now, Mr. McFly. Type of guy that had to get a paper to take a fucking bite to a DWI meeting. Okay, all right, move on. Give it up for all the comments you saw tonight, Ryan. Give it up. Great job. Greg, if I could give you one piece of advice, at the end of every set, all you should do is look out in the crowd and say 3 words. John Clayton, ESPN. Okay. 4 sports fans in the crowd. Good. That's all I want to hear. Not every joke is for everybody. Ladies, how are you tonight? You're all dressed up for 2 things, comedy and dick. What is going on? She's all like, I'm all Peg Bundy'd up tonight, girls. We're going out. Good. You guys were here for the other guys. See you all the cheering. What's the guy's name you're here for? You were like, hey, we're here for Brandon. Who's Brandon's buddy here? Which you're Brandon's brother?
Brother.
Your brother? Yeah. You're like, why don't you quit now, asshole? You're not that fucking funny. Stick to your stupid major of ultimate frisbee and wasting mom and dad's hard-earned 7 years in college. Get a real job, you. Dad's like, yep. How many people told you look like Tony Bennett with a mustache?
Savaged Unfiltered.
So the guy runs on Dick's and corporate America. I seen in some of the bit, even though we plugged in like a 2-minute bit. You got to listen to the whole bit when he was at Jonesy's Comedy Club up north, guys. It was like a 25 minute bit that he did set there at the Comedy Club. A funny guy. I've listened to some of his comedy. Familiar with some of his work. I know that, he's been doing this for quite some time. And we're going to get a little bit about him as we bring him in shortly, guys. But without further ado, I want to bring Joseph in. Sorry, Joseph, running a little late. Had some flatulence issues here in the studio. Yeah, buddy.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, so I hear, and no offense to Shaky, but it's good that he took a dump, because we all know he's full of shit and he needed to excrete some of it. But
yeah.
Sorry, Shaky. Yeah. Couldn't resist the joke. At your expense.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, my apologies to the audience. I understand my background was backwards a few episodes. Thank you, Michael, for pointing that out. And the reason that is because you could see occasionally there's ghost issues still, even with my higher definition 1080p camera. It's still defaulting to 720. 720 is still pretty good. But I tried to set the mirror camera setting, hoping that it might correct some of that issue, but it doesn't just mirror or reverse what the camera is picking up. It mirrors or reverses the entire stream. So that's why you saw my background backwards, folks, for a couple episodes. And
I see that. Hold that thought, Joseph. And I'm glad you have your backdrop all correctly. It kind of sucks that the ghosting is still available there, but we'll have to look into the network settings. Hopefully we can get that right.
Yeah, well, it's the issue of my lily white face on the somewhat bright background. The buildings are beigeish, light brown, so the color contrast isn't as significant. Now, I could correct that. I could wear blackface, and there'd be a direct contrast. But we all know Jimmy Kimmel, Sarah Silverman, Justin Trudeau, Joy Behar, and Governor Northam are the only ones that can get away with that these days.
What, Joseph, what do you call her? Joyless Behar?
Yes, exactly.
Is that what you call her? Joyless?
Yes, thank you.
Why is she joyless?
Well, she's never upbeat or happy. She's always got a burr up her bleep. Since I know we're going to be going on terrestrial radio with the broadcast, I'm trying to make sure I censor myself starting now to make sure I don't.
You got to watch that, Joseph.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jacksonville's going to put the hammer on us on their first fucking episode when we go up to terrestrial. I got to watch it. I got to watch my fucking language, too.
You just did it. The F-bomb, you just did it. You got to start watching that. And no what's the,
Spit it out, Joseph.
MeUndies. No MeUndies. Protect my pussy or pinch my penis ads.
Oh God, Joseph, they're gonna have to fucking producer Shaky. I hope he can make it when when we do the recording, man. He's gonna have to put the fucking censor beeps in it. And that's all you're gonna hear the whole fucking show. Beep, 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 beep. It's gonna. Now I understand why they kicked Howard Stern off of 92.3 K-Rock before he went over to Sirius. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We know Howard Stern well. A lot of people don't know this about Howard. Howard Stern, one of his early radio stations, was here in Detroit. W4, www, W4 Country in Detroit is where he kind of really launched. And, he was one of the knuckleheads on the air. And, of course, expanded out into his raunch routine.
A total prostitute, okay?
That was terrestrial. So, yeah, they a lot of double entendres and a lot of hinting and, a lot of careful jokes about sex and that. But yeah, we all know Howard Stern real well, and I'm not really a fan. He's an asshole. He's a jerk. He's a moron.
Jeez, Joseph.
I love Don Imus. Imus, to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say Howard's not gonna be our big fan if he hears this show. Jeez, all right. So, enough about Howard, buddy. Like, what do you think of this guest we're about to bring on? Comedian, voiceover, actor. He has his own show. I mean, he's no stranger in the laughing factory, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Well, I definitely want to talk to him about voiceovers because I may want to hire him to voice over my How to Write a Book and Get It Published audio version.
There you go. You never know. You never know.
It can happen to anyone at any time, anywhere. Phone batteries die in the most unfortunate moments. There is a modern solution to this problem. A power bank rental service, Recharge City. It works very simply. Find the nearest establishment in the app, scan the QR code on the station, and take the power bank. You can return it anywhere. More than 1,000 new locations are already available. Discover the world of power bank sharing with Recharge City.
But without further ado, guys, I want to bring on Mr. Kevin Gootee. Kevin, welcome to the show, pal. How's it going?
Boys, how's it going? What's new and exciting?
Okay, wait a minute. Hold the presses. First off, how can you have that name and be clean shaven?
Because I don't look good with much facial hair, that's why.
Yeah, well, goatee's got to have a goatee. I mean, you need a paste on one for the stage, just for the joke.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. So Kevin, man, I've been checking you out. You know, we kind of plugged you into the beginning of the show with your appearance at Jonesy's Comedy Club, which I listened to the entire, just about 25. I think it was about 25 minutes, right? Yeah, about 25-minute
That's an old one.
set
Holy
that you have
shit, you dug deep.
Yeah. You know, it was an old one, but it seemed to be that, you know, you were on your game, man.
Oh, thanks.
Just getting into comedy, it seemed, right? Just about there.
Yeah, no, I guess it was a good night, man. I don't even remember that. I'm not trying to be like coy. I really don't remember that. Just throw some shit on YouTube sometimes, and you know, it's been a while. But yeah, I guess if hey man, if you dug it, I'm happy to hear that. Thanks for the kind words.
I'll give you a remembrance, a flashback, a Tony Bennett reference. That's real gonna get that Gen Z audience for you.
Yeah, well, I write the jokes for me, not for everybody else.
Yeah,
my friends. So let's just get that out there.
Yeah. So you know, it seemed to be your comedy run there. It seemed to be like nothing but like Back to the Future, corporate America, a couple little Donald Trump jokes. But hey, the audience loved it, and a little bit of dick jokes and stuff like that. But the audience seemed to love it.
I like to mix it up. Yeah, I like
a really good night.
Thank you. I like to mix it up. I like to jump around, dance around. I don't focus on one area. That's just not me. I'm not a blank, you know, fill in the blank comic. I'm a all around kind of fella. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I love it. So tell us a little bit about the comedy. How did you get into comedy, Kevin?
I mean, it's funny. It's not like you apply for a job or you have a LinkedIn profile or a resume. It's just you just show up at an open mic and you just show up at other ones after that and you just do it over and over and over and over and over. And then you can label yourself a comic. I mean, this is the only industry where you can do it once. You go, I'm a comedian. You can't just, you know, take one day of med school and say, oh, I'm a doctor. I know, but it's a very different, it's a different industry in that sense. But no, I just did open mics, start out for the first like 6 months, and it started doing shows, and you know that's how you become a comic. There is no formal vetting process. You know, there's no gatekeeper determining who's good and who can stay around and who stinks and should be booted out.
Well, along those lines, Kevin, I have met a few lawyers that I think got their degrees out of a Cracker Jack box that would fit that. I'm a lawyer. I studied a course one time. I'm going to hang a shingle out category.
Oh, you're writing jokes now.
Yeah, I got to, since you mentioned that, I got to share one with you that's in my Terror Strikes Coming Soon to a City Near You with a book, copyrighted in 2006. I'm hearing similar jokes now. It's about time some of the comedians are catching up because it's an obvious joke. Guy walks into a bar, says, hey, bartender, give me a Coke with Viagra in it. Bartender looks at him kind of funny, says, I need a really stiff drink.
I think you need to see yourself out right now and never do that joke again.
Joseph, we put the fucking hammer on you. That's it. No more jokes for you. It would be funny if we give you a couple of, whiskey sours or, something with liquor or heavy alcohol. Maybe you'll get a couple laughs.
I laughed harder getting my mail than that joke.
God. So yeah, man. Comedy, voiceovers. You got your own podcast now, man. How did that all come together with all that? I mean, obviously, comedy and voiceovers, they kind of piggyback off of one another in the same industry. But podcasting, man, how did you get into podcasting?
So I would disagree with you on that. I would say podcasting and comedy go hand in hand, but not voiceover. Voiceover was kind of, I don't want to say thrust upon me, but basically it was 4 or 5 people, different people, in a time frame saying, hey, man, you ever consider voiceover? I go, no. And then one night after, because they say, oh, you got a really good voice for it. I go, okay, thanks. That's a nice compliment. And then one night after a gig, I'll never forget, it was in the Lower East Side in the subway. And one of the guys I was with, a comic, he said, hey, man, you got a good voice for voiceover. You ever think about doing that? I said, you're like the 5th person to tell me this in a whatever time frame. And he goes, well, I got a guy I work with that he's a voiceover guy, and he'll tell you flat out, like, he's not going to take your money if he thinks you stink. He'll be like, hey, you got the goods. Let's give this a shot. We'll do a reel. We'll do some practice and all that. Or he'll be like, you know what, man, not for you, not your thing. So I said, all right, nothing to lose. So I gave it a try and went to the guy's his coach, and the dude was like, yeah, man, you got something here on you. So that's how it is. And you create a reel, and then you submit it. You get picked up by an agency, and then you get these auditions. And then before COVID, you'd go to a lot of these recording studios, sent to you by your agent, and you read you get the script sometimes the night before or the day of, and you'd sit there and you'd read and wait for them to call your name. You'd go in, you'd give a few reads, and then they would determine if they liked you or not. There's nothing worse so about getting a call. It's called being put on hold. Like, okay, it's between you and one other person. So they're asking that you block off tomorrow at 12 to record if you're that person. It's like, I'd rather not know that, because I mean, a lot of the time, I don't know. I didn't count my success rate, but you get that call like, you're not the guy, or you are the guy. It's just, there's nothing worse than that 24-hour waiting period. You'll go, are you the guy or you're not the guy? I just rather, again, not know and say, hey, congrats, you got it.
So you doing mostly voiceover video, or because as you can see on the screen there, Mike and I have books.
Oh, I can't see that stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I can completely see it. It's fucking plastered everywhere. How can you not see it?
Yeah. Hey, promote. I'm a shameless promoter. You gotta promote.
You don't say.
But, but you've got. Have you done any books?
Hold on, Joe.
Audio books?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I haven't done audiobooks because the juice isn't worth the squeeze financially. They'll say, oh, $5,000 for this gig. I go, oh, cool. They'll go, oh, it's a 700-page book. I go, fuck you. That's not worth my money. Oh, I'm sorry. Should I curse on here or not? I don't know if you can or not.
Nah, we're unfiltered, Kevin.
Oh, hence the title.
Unfiltered.
Yeah. No. So when they offer that kind of money, it's when you break it down per hour, what they expect it to be. It's something like $15 an hour. I go, no. You make the same. You make more pushing carts at Target than you do for that. I'll pass.
Yeah. So it sounds like obviously you're a person that's not a huge you're not a huge fan of patience. You'd rather know if you had the gig or if you don't have the gig. Don't pencil push me. Don't fucking sugarcoat everything. Just tell me in advance, do I have the fucking gig or not? So I know when to book my fucking flight, when to, get the gas in the car and this and that. So I'm the same way pretty much.
Yeah. Thank God there's not a lot of flying. I mean, I'm right by Manhattan. Manhattan's right outside my window. So I just take I'm 10 minutes from downtown. So it's like, oh, you got the gig, you go to the studio, or again, that's a lot before COVID. Now it's a lot of home studio stuff. So that way it's, you don't have to leave your house.
Yeah. You pretty much reside in my old backyard, Kevin. I'm originally from the Lower East Side of Manhattan, in the Village.
Nice.
Kind of went around the different parts of the South here. Lived in Atlanta for a little bit, and then now living in Mickey Mouse. Well, not living in Mickey Mouse. That was a bad joke, guys. I live in Orlando, but Mickey Mouse's backyard,
sure,
so to speak.
Maybe not for long though.
Yeah. I don't know. I liked Atlanta, but fucking this city is, full of crackheads, fucking drunks, alcoholics. It's terrible here.
Oh,
but the weather's nice.
But other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play?
Right. Oh, that went over my head.
Yeah,
yeah. So I see you got something coming up with some kind of like spinoff or sitcom with the Karate Kid. Tell us a little bit about that.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Spinoff of the Karate Kid.
The Gutting. It's called Gutting the
Sacred Cow. No, that was our live show we did 2 years ago. Not really.
Oh boy.
Not really. Yeah, that's been out for 2 years. We did our live show.
Well, buddy, you better update the website because the website shows it on basically the top of the website. So
I haven't updated the website in a bit. That is true. No, the live show is great. We last year, once a year, except for this year. We did that during COVID for the first time. We rented out a theater because movie theaters were just obviously nothing new was coming out. So we rented out of the theater. We'd watch the movie, that the guests wanted to do, which in that case was The Karate Kid. And then last year we did Office Space, and then we did a live episode of the podcast after that. So, but Gutting the Sacred Cow, it's the best movie podcast you'll ever hear, and here's why: because we invite guests, other comedians or podcasters to pick a film they find overrated or hate, and they try to convince us to see their argument. But here's the twist. The film must meet one of these criteria: widely beloved, critically acclaimed, or a financial success. So you can't come on and go, well, Friday the 13th Part 8, that's a real piece of shit. Yeah, we know that. People have come on to try and take down Point Break, E.T., Back to the Future, Toy Story, Avengers Endgame, The Dark Knight. We give it a platform to people who have unpopular opinions about our most popular films of all time. So it's more for people to say, like, how the hell can someone hate, I don't know, Napoleon Dynamite or The Princess Bride or Christmas Story or the other ones I had mentioned. So it's funny
that.
too. Oh, we already did.
I don't like Napoleon Dynamite. I think it's very overrated. So there you go.
It's terrible.
But I love Back to the Future, the trilogy. So much so, after I saw Back to the Future, I bought a DeLorean.
Metro has unlimited 5G for just $25.
And a free Samsung Galaxy 5G. It's perfect.
You're perfect. I love you. Oh.
Switch and get unlimited 5G, just $25 a line, plus a free Samsung Galaxy 5G.
Welcome to the Naturehood. A place of woods, water, and home. This is something new, something else. A whole new region in the making. With fresh Florida homes just steps from big Florida nature. Models are now open. Sunbridge.
A real live DeLorean?
Yep, I've had two in my life. Best cars I ever owned. Now, of course, you can't compare them to 2000 cars. You can't compare today's Corvette C8 or K8, which is finally a Vet that I love. I hated the Vets back then. I much preferred the DeLorean over the Vet of the day then. Like the Stingray, people love those. I thought it was very overrated, a lot of hype, but a DeLorean wasn't a sports car. It was a touring coupe, but the Corvette never really was a true sports car when it first came out. Now it's evolved into more of one, especially with the C or the K8, whatever it is. It looks more European, and I love the new Corvette look. But if I had my druthers, if I could have any car again, it would either be my Porsche 944, but most likely a DeLorean.
Yeah, Joseph. I'm more of a Stingray Corvette type of fan. I like my Stingrays. I want to say between like 75 to like maybe 78.
You and Joe.
That's my favorite.
You and Joe Biden. So you have that in common with Joe Biden. So I think you want to.
Joseph, don't ever fucking bring that up again. I'm not a fucking Biden fan. I'm sorry. I am not a fucking Biden fan. Can't stand it. So Kevin, buddy, what else has been going on, man, with some of your comedy, your podcasting, your voiceover? I see you're an actor.
Barely.
Got any? Barely.
Barely an actor. Barely. It's, I wouldn't even call it that.
Barely a fucking actor.
Yeah, no.
What are you, like a fucking movie extra or something?
No, not at all. No, I mean the podcast was really what's going on. I'll talk about that again. It's the best movie review, movie debate podcast. What else I have going on? I did a show called Comics Watching Comics that had 8 seasons on Amazon Prime, and now it's found a home in the Facebook metaverse. So when you're done jerking off to VR porn, you can go head over to the Joke Community Room and watch Comics Watching Comics, which is it's a damn fine show if I say so myself. It's Last Comic Standing meets Mystery Science Theater 3000. So give that a look. And you also do a show.
Yeah,
go ahead. Sorry, don't want to cut you off.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, we also see you do, like these little like, what do you call them? Like fucking kind of similar to like Saturday Night Live, like little spin-offs or cameos of like different movies and different like products and stuff. I seen you do something with like an energy drink and what the fuck was it? Something else too. Yeah. It was an energy drink, and it was like related towards like Donald Trump campaign, and then
my god, no, that was for a buddy.
The NFL.
Yeah, no, that was for a buddy. Yeah. It was a commercial I did for him as a buddy of mine. He it was for some like caffeinated coffee drink he was backing, so he wanted me to do that with him. So I did it as like a favor, as for a real. No, I also do a show called Fantasy Football Jibber Jabber. Obviously not on the air now, but we do it every football season where we combine NFL betting advice with fantasy football advice with comedy, because if you ever watch NFL shows, it's all just, guys laughing over each other over shitty jokes. And it's just either NFL advice, betting advice, or it's fantasy football advice. And no one has married the two yet, except for me. I did.
Yeah.
And also that's in the joke community room in the Facebook metaverse. So hopefully this metaverse thing takes off. Then I can retire and have a mega yacht. Hopefully these coins pay off.
Why aren't you still doing it now? The XFL's on. The USFL is starting this weekend.
Because no one gives a fuck about the XFL or the USFL. That's why. And I don't know anything about it. So for me to try and come on and do handicapping or doing fantasy players, for Christ's sakes, that'd be insane. Would be just completely, I would be doing myself a justice or trying to speak from somewhere, a place of authority, when I know nothing on that. I know the NFL. I do not know either of those two, and nor do I care to know either.
Savaged Unfiltered.
Yeah, well,
Deep fucking words. Wow, okay.
Well, I'm glad that football is on more frequently. I enjoy the XFL and the USFL. I'm glad to see the Michigan Panthers coming back again, because granted, they're all trying to get a gig in the big show again, no doubt. But I prefer the hard-nosed, hungry players over the whiny, overpaid millionaire bastards of the NFL.
Yeah, well, if you watch the NFL or the XFL, like I did catch a few minutes of it a week or two ago, it's trash. The play is trash. Everyone's dropping passes. Offensive linemen aren't picking up blocking assignments. It's watching Pee-wee football. Sorry if you're in the XFL if you're watching.
Yeah,
but it's terrible to watch. Just skill level. That's why you watch the NFL, because you're watching the best. It's painful to watch this bad football, which that is.
Well, where like Dwayne The Rock Johnson may be paying you a visit and have a bit to differ with you, but I understand.
He has a product to promote. I don't.
Yeah,
and that's not the XFL.
One of the new owners of the XFL bought it from Vince McMahon after they went bankrupt because COVID shut it down, the second incarnation. But but again, so yes, they are obviously not the top of the line, but I like those with heart. Like, I loved arena football when it first started, where we all were introduced to Kurt Warner, one of the best quarterback stories in the history of stories.
But for every Kurt Warner, about 500,000 other people who'll never, ever sniff the NFL, let alone make the Hall of Fame. But
That is true.
Great story
That
for
is
sure.
true.
No one's arguing that. No one's arguing that at all.
I to kind of, comment on this whole XFL and whatever the fucking arena football, whatever you want to fucking talk about. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not. I thought the original formula, when they fucking did with the Vince McMahon WWE shit, and then Dwayne The Rock tried to like fucking make it a little bit more better and put more hype into it, try to at least. I thought it was a big fucking flop. I really did. I'm not a big fan of it.
You mean you did not go out and buy a "He Hate Me" jersey?
No. No. God, no. My fucking football team will forever be the New England Patriots. Yeah, I'm probably going to get a lot of fucking heat from you on this, Kevin, because it seems like you're probably like either a New Jersey Jets or a Giants fan.
I'm a Giants fan, so yes, it was fun beating you twice in the Super Bowl. That was great.
Well, remember.
Yeah, and it was also fun, having Tom Brady get his balls, removed from that team. Of course, there was a lot of fucking heat with Belichick and Brady, of course, when Brady was like, I'm going to make the big fucking jump over to Tampa Bay, and I thought that was a mistake.
Well, remember.
Not really, because he won a Super Bowl with them, so how is that a mistake?
Yeah.
Well, I think of success-wise, I think of money. I think that he only did it, for maybe a Super Bowl appearance. He thought he was going to obviously, with Tampa and all
Oh,
that.
he did that for legacy. That was legacy, to be able to do it again with a different team. And I don't blame him for that, really. But remember, too, the AFC and NFC were different leagues at one time. New league. Remember the ABA, the American Basketball Association. It takes time for new leagues to grow, to get better players, and then eventually a lot of times they merge with the other league. So it is what it is. Again, I'm glad additional people are getting opportunities. I'm a free market opportunity kind of guy. I'm glad to see some other people get opportunities. And speaking of sports, I heard you're a little late today because you took your daughter to softball. I'm glad she's playing a real sport rather than soccer.
Yeah, we don't do that in this house. Soccer works faster than Ambien, so no thanks.
Hey, Kevin, I respect the hell out of you for saying that, man. Hat tip to you, buddy. Fucking soccer, man. If you're gonna play a sport, put the fucking soccer balls away, please. It's not made for America. It belongs in fucking Europe, not America. That's my personal opinion.
I don't agree with that. I just find it very boring. I don't care where you play. It's just a boring sport altogether, and that's what it is.
I will say there is a difference, though, between the outdoor soccer, and same with outdoor lacrosse. Boring as hell, low scoring. Indoor soccer.
Whoa, stop. You cannot tell me that fucking lacrosse is low scoring. All those games are 18-16, dude. That's not even true.
Well, that may be true nowadays because I don't watch
No, that's not maybe true. It is true.
Okay.
All those lacrosse games are high scoring.
But indoor lacrosse and indoor soccer, I love those. I was a Detroit Turbo season ticket holder for indoor lacrosse.
You were the one.
Yeah. And also Detroit Rockers Indoor Soccer League. A lot of fun.
I bet. I'm sure it's a ton of fun to go to those things because it's a different crowd. It's not you know what you're getting into. It's more of just an experience to hang out.
Close.
I get that. I'm sure it's fun.
Everything in arena is better because it's a lot more intimate and you're close. That was the same thing with the arena football. I mean, you got 20,000 people rather than 60,000, and you're all right there. You're literally getting the balls. I was in the front row literally catching players in my lap coming across the wall. So,
God, Joseph.
That must have been hard when you had a full erection as they jumped in your lap. I don't know. That one didn't hit, did it?
It goes back to my...
but Joseph's old, so it right over the head, right, Joseph?
Goes back to my Viagra joke.
I wouldn't call back
Joseph,
to that.
Joseph, you'll be one of those guys in the audience. Yeah, Joseph, you'll be one of those guys in the audience at Kevin's shows, and you're going to be like, it's going to take you probably like more than 4 minutes to get the fucking joke, right, Joseph?
No. But I will definitely be a heckler. I hear you're coming to Detroit.
Not a good idea. Not much of a good idea at all. That's what happens when bad things happen. When people think that they have to be part of the show. Think of this as a play. You're there to watch, not to interact.
Right.
Otherwise, that's when you get embarrassed.
No, I understand. That was a joke. And I understand
Kevin,
you're
I got a
coming
question
to
to ask
Detroit,
you.
Though. If you're coming to Detroit, you need to let me know. Maybe we can have lunch before your show. And I will pass your name along to Sal, Ken, and Charlene at the Comedy Room, which is part of Portofino, a restaurant in downtown Wyandotte where I actually live. And maybe they could have you out to the Comedy Room.
I'll let you know when I'm out in Detroit then. What was your question? I'm sorry, Mike. What was your question?
I was going to basically say the same question, Joseph. But Joseph just basically fucking put it in there for me.
Ha!
Thanks, Joseph.
I
jerk
stole
off. Anyway. You fucking did something. Kevin, before we close it out, obviously, thanks, Joseph. I got to deal with you, and I got to deal with fucking producer Shaky over here fucking doing a flatulence in the fucking studio. It still stinks like shit in this room. But anyway. Yeah, good stuff. Kevin, buddy, for some of the listeners that listen to the show on Spotify, iHeart, including our video here on Rumble, Obviously, they can find you on your website, kevingootee.com. Where else can they find you besides your website? I know you are on possibly social media.
Oh yeah, and that's yeah.
Plugging anyone, yeah.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, that's the best place to find me. I'm so lazy with the website. Guttingthesacredcow.com. There you have it. That's where you find all the podcast stuff. That's where you find out you can, I mean, as you said before, iHeart, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play. Do me a favor, like and subscribe to the show. It helps. It sounds so dumb, but it helps. As well as leave a 5-star rating and write a quick 2 or 3 sentence review. It helps the algorithm. It helps get the show out way more easier to reach the masses. And on YouTube, same thing, like and subscribe. That's a big help. At GTSC Podcast on Twitter, Gutting the Sacred Cow Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, if it doesn't get banned anytime soon. Those are the main places. But just check out the podcast, download it. If you like films, if you like hearing people be smartasses about it and hearing people, we also do segments too, by the way. We read 5 fun facts. We also read my favorite, the critics 5 and 1-star reviews, but the Amazon 5 and 1-star reviews. I mean, people go down the goddamn wormhole with this, with their conspiracy theory bullshit about something like, I don't know, the Goonies. It's hilarious. So we have segments on the show besides people try to convince us. Oh, it's great. It's so much fun.
No.
Every week it comes out. This week's episode is going to be The Game, which was Michael Douglas, and that's Chuck Nice, the comic, who is going to try and take that down. The following week, my buddy Mike Price, one of the writers for The Simpsons, is going to try and take down Dead Poets Society.
Ooh,
there you go.
That's interesting.
There you go. And guys, we put up a hold that thought, Joseph. We put up a QR code here for Mr. Gootee here. If you scan that QR code, guys, it's going to go right directly to his website. All
that's so cool, man.
There,
nice.
podcast,
That's a real
link, everything. Yeah, check that.
That's
QR
a real good idea,
code.
man. That's cool. You guys did that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to.
You're welcome, Kevin. It's a lot of shows are doing the QR code, and I believe it's something that catches attention, and it works on both Android and iPhone, guys. So scan that QR code.
Yeah,
Excellent
I
stuff.
want,
Joseph, you had something, buddy.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I wanted
know
to
you're
follow
creeping
up.
in like a fucking snail.
I wanted to follow up with what Kevin said there. Yes, please. The trolls, the haters love to engage in their cancel culture bullshit and attack people they don't like. It's sad, but people who like things, like Kevin Gootee's comedy, are reluctant to go back and leave the 4 and 5-star review, like mine and Michael's books. We've got liberal trolls attacking us on Amazon, leaving bad reviews to try to cancel culture the book.
They always do, Joseph.
Even if you're
They're assholes.
Yeah, even if you're mildly like Kevin's comedy, give him a 4 or 5-star review.
5-star, not 4 or 5. Damn it.
Well, you know what? I write.
Give him a fucking 5, Joseph.
Well, I write
not
in
a 4.
How to write a book and get it published. People often dismiss a 1 or a 5 because they think it's an insider just giving you a 5-star for the sake of a 5-star. So a 4 is actually more believable. Nobody's perfect.
Good words. Good words.
I'll take the 5. I'll be
Kevin,
greedy.
buddy, thanks for coming out today, man. Thanks for being part of Savaged Unfiltered, buddy, and you have a good rest of your afternoon. Hat tip to you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for having me. It's a pleasure chatting with you boys. Have a great day yourselves.
See you when you're in Detroit.
Take it
Will
easy.
do. Take care.
All righty. All right, guys. You just heard Kevin Gootee here on Savaged Unfiltered. Funny guy here. Funny guy. Joseph, what'd you think real quick before we get into the next one, obviously?
Oh, yeah. Again, I mean, it's like a book, comedy, books, different genres, and you can have a bad set as a comedian. So don't judge based on one set, one show, and he may not be everybody's cup of tea, just like my book and your book won't be everybody's cup of tea. But again, even if you're mildly amused or, remotely like me and Michael on our show, leave us a 4-star review because the leftist trolls attack us to destroy our ratings.
Savaged
It is sad, but I write about it
Unfiltered.
and how to write a book in the review chapter. People who like are reluctant to go back and say so. We need you to act.
I thought he was good. Little vicious in some parts. Maybe that's part of his act or something. But he was a little vicious. Did you get the vicious kind of? I gotta close this out, dude. Poor Sauce is waiting in the green room. But yeah.
But we gotta bring him and Mr. Herpes on together.
Oh God, that would be a fucking crazy cameo between both comedians. I don't know.
That'd be fun.
I think
Herpes.
Kevin would be like, "What fucking Twilight Zone am I in? Holy shit!" Yeah, really.
But
good
again,
stuff,
that makes my point, though. Genres, differences. You may like Uncle Herpes humor. You may like Kevin Gootee. You may like both. You may like neither. The last comedy show I saw was Joe DeVito in Ann Arbor. I love Joe DeVito. I wanted to mention him while Kevin was on, but forgot. But, again, every book, every comedian is not going to be your cup of tea. That doesn't mean you should then shit on them with negative reviews. Just move on, find those you like, and leave them good reviews.
So Joseph, as I take it, I got fucking not Windex, but freshener here. It still stinks like shit in this room. Jakey, don't ever fucking do that again. You motherfucker, you.
Yeah. Well, tell everybody what you told me on IG the other day about that meal you had.
Oh, I'll tell that on the next show.
I bet you stunk up your house.
I gotta bring Saucy. He's waiting in the fucking green room. I gotta bring him in because Sauce is like it looks like he's gonna have a fucking an ulcer or something. It's gonna explode. But yeah. As I close it up, Joseph, can I say sadly you're not a big fan of Gootee, or are you a fan?
Again, let me repeat what I said.
You didn't like your joke, but yeah.
I only saw one set, and I thought it was rather iffy. That's just me being honest.
Well, that was going back.
Yeah.
I thought that was like the way his joke came in. He's talking about Donald Trump.
Look, we all need to come together for the greater good. Allow me to introduce you to Java Kick, a light, refreshing soft drink with elements of coffee and cola. I mean, this is something we can all agree on. This is a healthier alternative to soft drinks. Java Kick is vegan-friendly and gluten-free, and it gives you that extra focus you need in the afternoon with healthier ingredients and without the crash of energy drinks. Java Kick will satisfy everyone's cravings and give you the boost you need in the afternoon.
I prefer my Java Kick after 5 p.m.
Okay, whatever works for you. There's no wrong way to drink it. Just make sure you enjoy your Java Kick responsibly. And welcome to a whole new generation of coffee drinkers. Let's tear down the walls of the soft drink industry. Order some on Amazon right now, and let's make coffee breaks fun again.
Well, to him 2 years ago, it was like a long ass time.
And
but apparently to us, it's
people grow. I'm sure he got better, and his jokes have improved. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to go attack him with a negative review. I'm going to give him a second chance because he seems like a likable guy. Don't attack people just because they have one bad show.
Hey, Joseph, he's a lot better than New York City's Brian. Remember Brian?
Oh, yeah, I wanted you to bring him
Brian,
up.
go back to the sketch room and work on your jokes,
But, give Brian a couple years. Again, what did I just say? Everybody starts somewhere. I didn't just write to an internationally bestseller book yesterday. I've been writing since I was young. I got better over time. Everybody starts somewhere. Cut people a break. Give them time. Let them grow. Let them get better.
Yeah. All right, guys. Remember, keep it savage. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Take it easy.